came to see Caitlin because I had injured my back. I fell downstairs, it was bank holiday, Easter bank holiday Monday, and I was rushing to answer the phone, lost my footing, and I bounced all the way down the stairs, and in absolute agony. And that was in 1998, and from 98 until I didn't meet Caitlin until 2003. So for that 4 or 5 years I was trying to find somehow to get out of the pain. I'd injured it in 3 parts, my neck, the middle of my back and the base of my spine. They said that I needed an operation. I'd tried acupuncture, I was wearing a body brace, I had a neck brace, all sorts of different things. And I kept thinking, no, I didn't want an operation and carry on, just take the painkillers. And a friend said they'd met Caitlin and suggested I came through to see her. It isn't until today that I looked back to see how much pain I'd been in before and I'd forgotten all about it. You forget how much there's there. As I said, the day that I met Caitlin, it just changed completely. She said she couldn't help me straight away, that my body had really shut down and wouldn't let anybody in or touch it. But she was quite confident that she could help me if I had the faith in her. And I did. For the first time in 5 years, I could go swimming. And I'd never swum for age. I love swimming. And all my friends were saying, well, they couldn't believe the difference. And then when I came back, I came to see Caitlin every week for virtually the next 3 months. And bit by bit she worked on each part of my body, leaving my neck till last because that was the worst, because I didn't want to disturb it. It had settled down, but she persuaded me to let her have a look and she managed to get that all sorted. I went back to see the specialist because I was under 2 consultants because in the middle of my back they found a mass, which they weren't sure at first what was, but they decided when I'd fallen a fragment of disc had lodged into my spine and was touching a nerve. That was why I was in so much pain. So they said that they could operate it and move it if I wanted, but there was only, I think, 70% chance it might do some good. But there again, I could be in more pain than before. So when I went back after I'd been to see Caitlin, they signed me off. I had another scan. The mass was still there, but it hadn't grown or moved or changed or anything. So they were quite happy that it wasn't anything really bad. But somehow, I believe she must have managed to move it so it wasn't touching or what, but as I say, the pain just kind of gradually went. I mean, people used to say, well, how's your back? And now when anybody asks, I never even think about ever having a bad back. And when I first came to see her and she said, well, what would be my goal? And I said, well, I love my badminton. She said, right, we're going to make that your goal. And I got back to my badminton as well. So, as I say, never look back.